Hello, Laura. How's your day?
Hi, it's going good.
I'm glad that you came to our session today.
Thank you for having me.
Before we continue on with this counseling session, I wanted to know if you want to review from your previous session. Do you want to go over it or do you remember it?
Can you remind me?
Yeah, of course. So, from last time, I took notes based on what you ate, and here are these are the foods that you ate throughout the day, and these are the time that you ate it at, and these are the details, like how many ounces you had, and what the type of brand or where you got it from and how you made it, this sort of thing. And these are your physical activity, what you told me, and like what you do on a daily. And these are just extra information, such as like you're lactose intolerant, which is something that you told me about, and how you take dietary aid.
Mm-hmm.
So these are all the food that you ate. You had pizza, chips, strawberries, Starbucks, fire wings, beer, chocolate cookies, and Kit Kats.
Yeah.
Based on this, do you have any questions or anything that you want to go over it? Okay. So, as we move forward, I just wanted to mention, as I was evaluating your diet recall, I noticed that you have a lot of strengths, and that I wanted to point out to you.
Okay.
So some of the strengths that I've noticed or that I evaluated is that you had chocolate covered strawberries, even though the chocolate is covered, but the fact that you have strawberries, you incorporated food into your system, is a good start,
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's good that you have strawberries, even though it was covered in it was dipped into chocolate. But the fact that you just incorporated strawberries was really good for your diet too. Also, I noticed that you're very considerate about the sizes that you get from Starbucks. Instead of getting a venti or anything, you got a tall.
Yeah.
And you were being considerate about the amount that you consumed. Also, I noticed that you picked almond milk instead of regular milk. Even though I know you're lactose intolerant, and you take dietary aid, so you still could eat dairy sources, but the fact that you chose almond milk, which has lesser calories than regular milk, which is really good, that you chose that,
Yeah.
and the size that you picked, that was really good too. As I was evaluating, I also noticed that there's possible areas of improvement where I feel like you could improve on. So for example, I feel based on the charts that I did for you, based on these charts,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that we could increase your calcium intake. We could also decrease your saturated fat. We could just decrease your sodium intake and decrease your fat intake. You increase your fiber intake and also decrease your added sugar. Okay. Based on these topics that I have for you, what would you like to talk about today?
I would like to talk about maybe decreasing my saturated fat.
Okay, we could talk about that. Is there a reason why you wanted to focus on this topic?
Because I know that those are not good for you. And from the food that I gave you, that I normally eat, I should really decrease those.
Okay, so we'll focus on decreasing your saturated fat, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, based on your saturated fat, let me see. You were actually over the limit. So we want to decrease that as low as possible, because saturated fat is not a good type of fat. It's just it's really bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll discuss about what food you should consume less, what food that you should start consuming. Is this like based on the day that based on this day, like is this like a typical diet for you that you eat normally? Usually, yeah. Okay, do you like to go out to eat?
Yes, I do, which I know I should stop because calcium does run, no, high cholesterol does run in my family.
Okay.
So I know that high cholesterol comes from fat.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so I feel like I should really look into that now that I'm young and not let it affect me in the long run.
Okay, that's good. That's good that you consider that. So now we're just gonna like look over it.
Okay.
Over your diet again, and we're gonna see how, like what area you feel comfortable in improving on.
Okay.
But since like first before we start that, you said you wanted to decrease saturated fat. How, like on a scale from 0 to 10, based on this ruler that I have for you, how important it is for you to decrease this? From 0 being like not as important, like not really important, 10 that you're like yes, like I want to, like I'm determined, 5 you're in the middle. So
I think I would say a 10. Because like I said, I mean, I don't want it to affect me in the long run. And my age is catching up to me.
Okay, so you feel 10. So we're definitely gonna help you. Like I'm definitely gonna help you as much as I can for you to like accomplish that goal and everything. So we're gonna go over your diet. Okay. So based on these, we're gonna like, where do you feel like that you want to change based on like what you ate for breakfast, lunch, your snacks, your dinner? Is there anything from this where you feel like, oh, maybe I could have a slice of this instead, or
maybe changing the breakfast because I had pizza for breakfast.
Okay, instead of incorporating pizza, which pizza does have like like high in fat, just because it's, it's processed too. What do you want? Like, what do you want to like change, or what do you want to incorporate? What would you like?
Maybe a healthier meal.
A healthier, like what kind of like? Do you have any thoughts, or do you need help?
I wouldn't know.
You okay? So instead of like having 2 slices of pizza, would you like rather? Do you still want to have like a healthier like version of a pizza? Like, do you still want to have pizza for breakfast, or do you want to incorporate something with more fruit or vegetables, or like
maybe more vegetables?
More vegetables.
Yeah.
So, what kind of vegetables would you like to have? For breakfast. Like, what vegetables that
maybe
you
spinach.
Like? Spinach. Okay. And what else would you like?
Like other vegetables?
No, like any vegetables, or like. Would you like to have eggs, toast? Would you like whole wheat cereal? Anything that like those are like those what I just mentioned can help you like lower your cholesterol.
Maybe some wheat toast.
Wheat toast.
And
Eggs? Okay. Eggs. Probably like 1 or 2.
Maybe like 1.
So that could be for your breakfast. That's something that you like we can change for you. So like for breakfast, you could have a spinach, whole wheat, and like an egg. That'd be a good as change instead of having like pizza,
Yeah.
But for breakfast, you did say you had chips and you had chocolate covered strawberries. Did you want to like? Are you comfortable with like changing it, or what do you feel comfortable about doing, like dealing with this?
I could possibly change that. Maybe the chips can move down to my lunch.
You want
instead of like I have it down for breakfast. And
what about like the 6 and 7?
The strawberries, change that maybe to vegetables.
You want more vegetables for breakfast?
Yeah.
So what kind of vegetables do you feel like having for breakfast?
If we add more, maybe some celery.
Celery? Do you like eating your celery with anything else, or just like having plain?
I like them with peanut butter.
Peanut butter? That's good. And peanut butter is like a healthy source of fat, so it's not bad compared to like, the chocolate covered strawberries
or the ranch.
or ranch. Yes, you're right. Correct. It's correct. So for your breakfast, we can change that to your spinach and your whole wheat toast and your egg. And then instead of having chips and chocolate covered strawberries with your breakfast, you want to incorporate celery with peanut butter. That's a healthy swish, so that's really good. I want to ask, are you like a coffee? Are you a coffee person? Do you prefer to have coffee every day? Is that something that you need to have in your daily schedule?
Yes, I'm a coffee addict.
Okay, that's fine. So I think, do you want to change the coffee? Or are you okay with this?
I think I'm okay with that one, just because it is just espresso.
That's true. Yes.
And I'm not adding any heavy sugar to it.
That's true. You just added 2 pumps of caramel sweetener. That's a reasonable thing. That's good.
Maybe for the caramel sweetener, I could do the unsweetened.
The unsweetened, okay.
Which would probably be healthier.
So do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Is that what you feel comfortable with? So you want to have your daily tall coffee, Starbucks espresso drink, correct?
Yes.
With 2 pumps of
unsweetened caramels.
Unsweetened caramel. That's pretty good. And you still want to have your almond milk, correct? Okay, that's good. I noticed you had wings later on that day. How do you feel? I know you said you like to go out. Did you say you like to go out to eat? Yes, you do. Okay, so you do like to go out to eat. Is there is there something that you want to improve on that? Because or what do you feel comfortable?
Maybe cutting down on how many wings they eat and adding more. I know they give carrots and celery with it, and adding more of those. Okay, so
for example, you had 5 wings. How many wings do you prefer to have?
Maybe try cutting it to 3.
You want 3 wings? Okay. 3 wings.
I know they're also high in fat.
That's true, yes.
Because they are fried. And that means higher risks of cholesterol.
That's correct. So instead of having 5 wings, you prefer to have 3.
And then we could do a salad on the side.
A salad on the side. And you said you instead of having fries, you want a celery using carrots, correct?
Yes.
So instead of having fries and carrots, instead of having fries, you want to have celery and carrots. That's good. So do you want to what else do you want to improve on?
Maybe my drinks.
Your drinks, yes, because you just say you had 2 beers. Do you consider beer is something that you need to have in your daily diet, or what do you feel comfortable about doing?
I don't think I need those in my daily diet.
It doesn't need.
No, we can just replace it maybe with water, or instead of having 2, and then having the 24 ounce, cutting it down.
Okay, so instead of having the 24 ounce, you want to cut it down to
a 16.
A 16 ounce?
Depending if I really need one.
If you really need one.
But if not, I could try going with just water.
Okay, if you really need one, then we'll replace it with a 16 ounce. But on the times that you don't actually need one, you could just replace it with water. That's a good choice. Okay. Also, let's see what else. So do you typically go out to get firings every day, or how?
I mean, I would go like maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Perhaps I can cut it down to just going on weekends.
On the weekends?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good change. Okay.
And try making my own meals.
Of course. Weekends instead. So instead of going out to like eat, I know that's something that you like to do. So
Yes.
instead of going out, like you said that you wanna, instead of going out to eat every day, you want to eat it on the weekends only, correct?
Yes, cutting it down.
And then on the weekdays, you said you want to cook instead.
Yes.
Weekdays, you said you want to cook. Okay. That's a good change. On the weekdays, you know what to cook, correct? Like.
Yes.
That's good. Okay. So you don't have any problems with knowing what healthier options to cook?
No.
Okay, that's fine. That's good that you know like what healthier option that you want to cook on the weekdays. So that's good that you like that you don't have problems with that. But that's a good thing that you said that you want to cut down going out to eat on the weekends. Like,
Yeah.
because weekends are for fun and everything. Also, you had snacks throughout the day. I mean, later that night, you had cookies. You had 3 chocolate chip cookies and 3 mini Kit Kats. Is this something that you feel like you want to change, or you want to still have it in your diet? How do you like feel about this?
I feel like I should change those as well.
Okay.
To maybe something healthier.
You want something healthier? What do you want to replace it with? Fruit, or like a granola bar? Like what kind of change do you want to do?
We could probably do some fruits since I'm already having vegetables throughout the day.
Okay. So instead of having like the 3 chocolate chip cookies, what kind of fruit do you want to incorporate?
Maybe peaches.
Peaches?
Peach is good.
Peaches. And is that as well with the Kit Kats? Like you just want to replace the sugary snacks with peaches, or any type of fruit, whatever you feel like you want to eat that day.
We're making smoothies.
Smoothies is good options too. It's a good option. So now we've changed about what you want to replace it, what you want so we could help lower your cholesterol. All what you said, like what you wanted to change, was really good that you've been thinking about it in this session, because these does help you lower your saturated fat intake, which it also helps lower your cholesterol health problem that runs in your family, which is good since you are still young and everything. So
yes,
we could do that. And then, is there anything else that you feel like you want to talk about?
Perhaps maybe doing my whole 3 meals a day with the 2 snacks in between.
That's good. So, yes, I did notice that like you do eat late.
Yes.
Throughout the day. You do start breakfast around 1. So, what time do you feel like you want to start your breakfast at?
Maybe during breakfast hours. Because I know 1 is like lunch hour.
So, like, what time do you feel like you're capable of waking up?
Maybe around 9.
9 o'clock? 9 o'clock sounds good. 9 o'clock
9 or 10.
9 or 10. And then what time do you feel like you want to have your snack?
11:30.
11:30?
To 12.
11:30 to 12. And that could be like you know how you said you wanted celery peanut butter, or like peaches or fruit. Those are good types of snacks to have. So you could have that for your snack if you like.
Yeah.
Or do you have anything in mind that you prefer to have a snack?
No, I think that would be a good snack.
That'd be a good snack.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what time do you feel like you're capable of having like your lunch intake?
Like around 1 or 2.
1 or 2? It's not bad. 1 or 2. And this is like since you're gonna cook at home.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're gonna have time to cook your lunch and your dinner?
I could possibly meal prep.
Meal prep is a good idea. Yes, it's good. That's really good actually. And then for your other snack could be like what time? Since you want to have 2 snacks.
Around 4.
4, and that could be like you said earlier. It could be celery, peanut butter, fruit, any type of snack that that you will want. And your dinner, what time do you feel like you could have dinner at?
Maybe from 5:30 to 6.
5:30 to 6. Would you like to still have a snack after dinner?
Possibly if I do get hungry, maybe do like a protein shake.
That's really good.
And then call it a night after that.
Yes. A protein shake afterwards if you do get hungry.
Yeah.
This is really good. This is gonna help change like what you want to accomplish. So we're gonna like have a goal for you. It's called like a SMART goal. So like for we're gonna write a goal for you that you want to accomplish.
Yeah.
So for like I'm gonna tell you what a SMART goal is. A SMART goal is just like a goal like that you want to accomplish later on, like in a reasonable amount of time, what you feel comfortable with, and I will provide as much help as I can for you to accomplish that goal.
Okay.
So, what do you like want to accomplish like out of this session?
Having a healthier diet.
Having a healthier diet.
Decreasing my saturated fat.
Decreasing your saturated fat. So it could be like you want to decrease your saturated fat since cholesterol does run in your family.
Yes.
High cholesterol does run in your family. Decrease saturated fat. Okay. How do you when do you want to like accomplish this goal? Like do you have a time frame like of what you like by like decreasing it? Like anything? Like a time like do you want to have it like, for example, like since you said saturated fat is something that you want to like decrease, you could say as an example could be like I want to like lower my saturated fat intake by consuming less fatty foods on the weekdays, or like I want to
maybe decreasing the amount of time that I go to fast food restaurants.
Okay, that's good.
Throughout the week.
Decreasing the amount of times you want to go out, right?
Yes, eat out.
The amount of time you want to eat out. In order for you to accomplish this goal, how do you want to go about it? So you did mention it actually. You said you want to go about it by only having it on the weekends. Is that correct?
Yes.
So that's something you want to. So it'll be like only go out on the weekends. On the weekends. Um, also, so now, like, now I'm gonna like, do you have like the necessary like resources to accomplish the goal?
Yes.
Yes. Like based on what we went over of like the food that you want to change and you want to incorporate and said that's actually like a good source. I mean, and I'm also gonna give you this sheet of like that I wrote down for you about like what food that you wanted, so you don't forget about like, oh, like you said, like for breakfast, instead of like having pizza, you could go back what we wrote down for you. You could look over it, and that could be like a resource for you. And there's other resources actually online that you could do. There's that can also help you. For example, My Plate is a good resource that you can do. This talks about like you can incorporate the food that you have, and it will actually give you like a chart and list of like if you're over consuming it, if you're under consuming it. So this is a perfect source that you can go on My Plate.
Okay.
So that's something that you should like consider it too. The UC Davis Nutrition, Health, and Food sheet is like a sheet, like it has a bunch of like information about food and everything, about what certain food has what and everything. That's good too, if you want to incorporate different food in your diet. How long do you feel like you want to accomplish this goal? Is this something that you want to go for months? Do you want to do something that you want to be like
maybe do a long-term goal.
A long-term goal? So something that you want this to be like a habit.
Yeah.
More like a habit. Okay. So the goal that we wrote, like the goal that you wrote for yourself is like, I want to lower my saturated fat intake by consuming less fast food on the weekdays.
Yeah.
And cooking homemade food on the weekdays.
Yes.
And you want this goal to be a habit.
Yes.
So that's good. Let me see what else. Now we're just gonna like go over like the session that we did today.
Okay.
Today we actually we went over what you ate last time as a reminder for you, and then we discussed about what food that you are comfortable about replacing and what you want to have. You said that you want to add more vegetables in your diet, which is really good because that does help with your vegetable intake and your fruit intake. So this is all good information. And now we also talked about the timing that you had for your food.
Yeah.
So that's good too. Now we talked about what time you want to have your food at. And then we also made a SMART goal for you and how you want this to become a habit. So we'll go over your SMART goal again. You said, I want to lower my saturated fat intake by consuming less fast food on the weekdays. We also went over, I also gave you some resources.
Correct.
So you could go over that. If you have any questions about that, let me know.
Okay.
So is there anything else that you wanted to talk about today?
No, I think that's it.
That's good. Okay, well, I'm glad that you came in today for your counseling. And here are the resources for you that I have for you. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me or email me or make an appointment. We'll check back with you. How long do you feel comfortable with checking back to see how your progress is?
Maybe in a month.
In a month from now, that's a good thing. So in a month from now, we'll make another appointment, and we'll come back and we'll look over your improvements and what you feel like you still need to improve on. So thank you.
Okay, thank you.